Hello and welcome. I am Adam from Board at Home, and this is All Aboard and a brand new week. So, before we start, as always, we just want to recap over the last week. We had our very first Star Wars Unlimited booster draft. We had 12 people for that. Absolutely crazy to think that we had such a good turnout for that. So thank you everyone who came along. Congratulations again to our winner Joe. Went 4-0, completely undefeated, an amazing deck that he had built. But really, it's a really positive and encouraging start to a new community in the shop. So thank you all to everyone who came along, and we look forward to future events with you. There will also be more information on this week's event later in this episode. And then we also had the last day of our current rounds for Disney Lorcana. Again, great attendance, good to see so many people come along. We had our first Steam Deck Challenge. For those of you who missed out and maybe want to get in on the next one, it runs on the 4th week of every league round, and it will be a 40 card deck where you build it around any TV, movie or franchise that has been in Disney Lorcana so far. For example, I built a halfway decent Raya and the Last Dragon deck. My sister built a Beauty and the Beast deck, and we had others. We had Robin Hood, we had DuckTales, which I had the pleasure of having a chance of playing with that one. A lot of fun. So great to see so many different theme decks going around. Instead, if you want to get in on the next one, we run it the 4th week of every round, so the next one will be in about 4 weeks' time. Really good fun, and looking forward to seeing those deck builds in the future. So, on to this week, and we are starting, as always, with our product highlights, and beginning with this week's Game of the Week. So here we have got Score. This is a nice stacking strategy game from Mindware. These are the people that make games like Quirkle, so if you've seen that in our shop, and after 3 years you probably have done, probably bought it here as well. It's one of the most popular games that we've ever stocked in the shop, and it's a beautiful game. So when they announced that they were doing another one, this time with a bit of a sort of Viking theme to it, we jumped at the chance to grab that for the shop. It's a game where you need to collect 3 in a row anywhere, and of matching colours, and then you get to take those off the game board and add them to your pile. But it's not just a case of creating 3 in a line somewhere. You also want to be stacking them up, so that when you create that 3 in a line, you get to collect everything under the stack as well. But you want to be careful, because as you're trying to build those stacks before completing a line, other opponents may jump in and steal the whole lot from you. Really, really good fun, very colourful, great premise, good strategy, easy to set up, easy to learn, everything we come to expect from a Mindware game. So that is Score, this week's Game of the Week. Hey, so next up we have got a restock of Mystery Dice from Mystery Dice Goblins. We absolutely love these guys. Really cute packaging and absolutely lovely dice inside. I've got a few of these sets myself, and these sell like hotcakes in the shop. And the great thing as well is that they are a good value for people who may be looking for dice on a budget. Dice nowadays getting anywhere up to sort of from about £13-15 upwards. These ones, obviously the concession is that you don't know what you're getting, but £6.95 for a pack of dice. So you're getting a really good value on those. All of them are from the same set as well, so there won't be any mismatching in the set here. But we are super happy to have these back on our stock, and look forward to seeing what dice you open in your packs. Next, we are looking at a couple of our flip and write games, specifically route building games. So these two came out last year as sequels to a previous year's release for Get On Board and Next Station Tokyo. Now, whilst they are both flip and write games, they do play in quite different ways. So we will start with Get On Board Paris and Roma. So this is a game for 1 to 5 players. It has 2 game boards, 2 cities, Paris and Roma. And what you will be attempting to do through this game is you pick up passengers on your routes, and then you'll either be wanting to drop them off at specific locations or trying to get matching pairs, or in the case of the students, you'll want to get them to the cinema, and then you multiply that at the end of the game. There's also dear old ladies that you can pick up that just want to travel around the city. They just accumulate points as you go. You need to be very careful and tactical with this, because as you're building rounds, once you've taken a route, you can never go back on yourself. So you really need to think about how you're laying down these routes. But the routes that you get to lay down are determined by the ticket cards. And if you can see along the top here, you've got a row of ticket cards with movements underneath them. This will dictate, when that card comes out, what movement you are allowed to place. You can adjust it by taking penalties. Obviously, this will affect your end game score in a negative way, should you choose to do that continually throughout the game. Really good fun. It scales well for all player counts, having two sides to the map, one going for 1 to 3 players and the other side for 4 to 5 players, so you can fit in those bigger games or smaller games as necessary without them feeling too cramped on one game board or feeling too sparse on the other. So that is Get On Board Paris and Roma. Then we have got Next Station Tokyo. So again, a flip and write game. This one has a sort of like drafting mechanic to it as well. So you will be choosing a pencil at random. There's 4 different coloured pencils. Each player will take a pencil. If there's not enough players, one pencil sits in the middle of players and acts as like a pseudo player as you're passing them round. So on your first round, someone will turn over the top cards of the routes deck, and when they turn it over, you will start drawing a route. So here, for example, you've got a pentagon here. So assuming this is your first route of your network, you will find whatever colour stop you are at. So if you have the blue pencil, you'll be starting at the blue stop. You will then draw a line from the blue stop to any adjacent pentagon there, and that creates your line. As you go through the game, you continue to turn over these cards and creating that route. If you can't create a route somewhere, you simply don't take a turn, and then at the end of it, you'll be looking at a variety of different things, such as how many stations in one district the route passes through, how many districts it passes through, and things like that. Really good fun. It comes with a couple of modules as well, so if you want to change the game up, add some extra bits in, you can do that once you feel you've mastered the basic game. So that is Next Station Tokyo. Both of these are available currently in the shop, and they are available to play in the games room as well. So if you would like to try those out beforehand, you can do so as part of our open play and evening events. And then finally, we've got a selection here from our good friends over at Cheap World Games. So we'll quickly run through these. We've got Psychobabble. This is a social deduction game where one player plays as the psychiatrist. The other players are inmates in an asylum, and they're all having this weird dream except one person, and you have to figure out who that one person is based on the cards that they play down. If you enjoy things like Werewolf or more recently things like Traitors on BBC, then this will definitely be something that I think that you will enjoy. It has lovely artwork in it as well, very psychedelic, very trippy. That is Psychobabble, a social game of paranoia. Then up here we have got Cadaver, a nice light-hearted game, it says, of raising the dead. So in this you are all necromancers, because why would you not be? And you are collecting different body parts to create your own Frankenstein's monster. Each body part has got different requirements that it needs in order for you to take it. Sort of just a very light, simple card game. Great for travels, great for that spooky person in your life. If you've got someone who's quite macabre, you can have some light-hearted necromantic card game fun with them. And then the last two here we have got our Wordio and Code Breakers. So some more puzzle, logic-based games. In Wordio, someone's going to give you some letters, and then it's up to you to work out how they are arranged in order to spell out the words. You only get given 3 letters for this, so it's not as easy as it may seem, and they've got to try and guess the arrangement of those letters and then the words that they're trying to spell out as well. And then we have got code breakers. This one, you are trying to work out a series of different ciphers. As it says on the back of the box here, these are going to be things like songs, mystery phrases, film titles, and so much more. So you will have to work out what these are in order to find the answers. So if you do enjoy some logic games, you enjoy puzzle games, do check these out. Really, really good fun, great for the family, and just really good fun for anyone that might be looking for a bit of a head scratcher. So that is our product highlight for this week. On to this week's event. So we're going to start off with our after school club. We have finally had a volunteer to run another D&D after school club on Thursdays. This will be between 4 and 6 as normal, and it will be £1.50 per child. If you, a parent out there, have a child who's been bugging you to start playing D&D, then do get in touch with us. As soon as we get a group of at least four, we can get the ball rolling and we can introduce your child to the wonderful, fantastical world of Dungeons and Dragons. So if that sounds like something that your kid would enjoy, get in touch with us, come down to the shop and visit, give us a call, drop us a message, a comment in the section below, and we will make sure that we get in touch with you as soon as we have a full group booked in. We've also got a brand new D&D group that has started on alternate Thursdays, and alongside that, started on the 28th of March, we are also going to be starting Role Player Adventures. This is a game by Thunderworks Games, who are responsible for titles such as the original Role Player. This one is based in that world, but it's a completely separate game. It's a campaign-based game where you'll be working your way through a story, choosing your various options, and navigating this fantastical world. It goes 1 to 4 players. We've currently got 2 spots taken up. We've got 2 more left to go, and that is going to be kicking off on the 28th of March. So that's not this Thursday coming, but the Thursday after. So if you are available on Thursdays and you'd like to take part in something sort of story driven that's not necessarily Dungeons and Dragons, then do let us know. We can get you booked into one of those slots ready for the 28th of March. On that day we will go over the rules and then get started with the first campaign. And then finally, for our events on this coming Saturday for our Star Wars Unlimited, we will just be doing a normal sort of casual open play event. I will be away this weekend for a family commitment, so the software won't be available to run the tournament. So this week it will just be a casual open play affair. Everyone will still get those amazing, awesome weekly play packets. If you haven't seen those already, check out our social media. I put up a couple of photos of them already. They're absolutely fantastic. They blow my mind with how good they are. And there's a lot of other TCGs out there that need to take note from what they're doing with Star Wars Unlimited, because that's absolutely amazing. Out of the gate, quality weekly play support there. The entry for that will just be £6. That will cover sort of a portion of table charge as well as a booster pack as part of the attendance. And then really the afternoon will be yours just to play games, maybe tweak some decks, have some ideas. We're expecting it to be a little bit quieter this Saturday, just due to the fact that Fantasy Flight Games are running their launch tournament up at Twickenham in London. A couple of our guys are already going and a few others thinking about it as well. But we're expecting it to be a little bit quieter because of that large event up in London. So that about wraps everything up for this week. If you have any questions about any of the games that we have discussed today, any of the events that we've discussed, or indeed anything within the shop in general, drop us a comment below, email, call us, visit the shop, however you prefer. We've got tons of different ways via social media to get in touch with us now. We're always happy to answer any questions that you may have about the shop, our stock and our events. So as always, thank you for watching, guys. It is a pleasure to host you for all of the events and help you find the perfect board games as well. So until we see you in the boardroom, we hope you have a lovely week.